If you have anxiety over everything you eat and you're constantly worried if something is going to make you gain weight and you would love to have more freedom and peace with food, this is absolutely the video for you. I want you to dedicate this next 10 minutes to changing your life. I'm Giulia. I'm a certified practitioner who supports women to have a relationship of freedom with food and their body image after lifelong struggles, and to step into the confidence that they truly deserve to live their lives to the fullest. I struggled with this exact issue for most of my life, and I tried therapy, I tried EMDR, I tried cognitive behavioral therapy, I tried every practitioner under the sun, and I felt so stuck until I learned these tools, which I'm teaching you today. So I want you to just tap along with me. You're going to tap where I tap and repeat after me, and we are going to clear this anxiety and help you to feel more peace and ease. So before we begin, I want you to just take a beat and tune in and notice what is the level of anxiety that you currently feel towards food right in this moment. 10 meaning like the strongest it can be, 0, 1 obviously nothing at all. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to go into our first round of tapping. This exercise is an evidence-based modality that will help to really speak to those parts of our brain that are holding the anxiety and calm it down and actually reprogram your mind. So it does so many things at once. So tapping where I tap, repeating after me, even though part of me has all of this anxiety about food, I would love to have more peace around food. Even though part of me learned to have all these confusing messages around food. This is bad for me. No, this is bad for me. I love and accept myself. Even though I've been struggling with this for a long time, and this part of me with all this anxiety about food is so big some days. I'm learning how to have more peace and freedom around food. Part of me is really anxious around food. Part of me has all these anxious thoughts around food. Like, is this bad for me? Is this gonna make me gain weight? If I eat this, are bad things gonna happen? How much am I supposed to eat? What time of day am I supposed to eat? This anxious part is relentless. And I would love to have more peace around it. Take a nice, easy breath. Maybe just have a sip of water or tea, or just give yourself a moment here to take that all in. And now tuning in to yourself, your thoughts. Notice, what are you aware of after we did that first round? Beautiful. So now you're going to follow me into round 2. Even though part of me learned to be anxious around food, it's okay. I'm learning how to ease this anxiety. even though part of me learned to be anxious around food. I bet I'm not the only one. It's almost impossible not to be anxious around food when we receive all these confusing messages. Maybe I could have a little compassion for myself and this anxious part of me. Part of me has these anxious thoughts about food. Part of me learned to have these anxious thoughts about food. Every year there's a new food we're not supposed to eat. So much noise in diet culture. There's a lot of messages that I grew up with around food in my family. The world makes it pretty hard for us to have a normal relationship with food. And so what if I could have a little compassion for myself? What if it's okay that I have this anxious part with food? What if I could learn to nurture this little anxious part of me? Instead of beating myself up over it. What if these anxious thoughts can be unlearned? What if these anxious thoughts aren't the only thoughts I can have around food? What if I could learn how to turn down the anxiety and turn up the empowerment and the peace? I'm willing to explore that as a possibility. I'm willing to believe that that could be a possibility for me. Because I would love to have more peace around food. Take a nice, easy breath. And once again, just allow your body to do some gentle orientation, maybe looking around your room. And then tune in and just notice, what are you aware of now? What are you thinking, feeling? What's starting to feel true for you right now? And maybe there is a new possibility emerging for you around this relationship to food. And where might that anxiety be 1 to 10 in this moment now? I would love for you to share that in the comments. And as a takeaway, I'd love for you to consider exactly those concepts that we worked on today. There is a part of all of us that learns to have these anxious messages around food, because that is what diet culture is. It's breeding anxiety in us around food so that we feed into that, all that messaging. And on top of that, we acquire all kinds of messaging from our families, our upbringing around food. So no wonder every one of us has a part of us that gets confused around food. And when we learn how to develop awareness around that and witness that part and lovingly label that part, that helps us to create more space for healing. And then the next level from there is to build a compassionate relationship with ourselves and that part of us, because that's what's going to help dissolve the anxiety. And yes, it is absolutely possible for you to have a relationship of peace and freedom with food and to not experience that anxiety anymore, for it to be so quiet that it's truly in the background. That is absolutely possible for you. And if you want to learn more about exactly how to do that, you're welcome to book a complimentary call with me. The link is below. And I would highly recommend repeating this exercise, because you are truly reprogramming your mind, and that takes repetition and consistency. So would highly encourage you to repeat this. And sending you lots of love. I'm so happy that you were here. I hope this was really valuable for you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye.